With the 2022 NBA season right around the corner, I figured it would be a great idea to do my predictions for the awards for this season. So these are just regular season awards, everybody knows them. You got MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, Sixth Man of the Year, and Most Improved Player, and of course, Coach of the Year. So those are going to be the awards that I'm going to be covering in today's video, and I'll be getting right to it next. Hey guys, be sure to smash that like button as it helps push this video into YouTube's algorithm. It helps so much with this new channel that I have. This is my second video, so make sure you subscribe and turn on post notifications because we've got so much content coming out for the NBA season. We're going to be covering new stuff, old stuff, everything in between. So you guys definitely want to subscribe so you don't miss a thing. All right, let's get to it. Let's go first with the most important award, which is MVP. So in third place, I have James Harden. Prior to his injury last season, James Harden was already in the MVP conversation, averaging 24.6 points per game, 10.9 assists per game, and 8.5 rebounds per game. If Harden can replicate those stats while potentially leading Brooklyn to the top seed in the East, he might even win the damn thing. He has a very good case, especially if Kyrie misses every home game due to his vaccine status. At number 2, I have Luka Doncic. Luka has a chance to average close to a 30-point triple-double. Everyone knows he's going to be unstoppable on offense, but the Mavericks not being viewed as a true title contender will lead to Luka coming in second place. If the Mavericks are somehow able to finish top 3 in the West, Luka and the first place winner will be neck and neck when it comes to voting. And at number 1, we have the reigning Finals MVP and two-time MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis is going to lead the Bucks to the best record in the Eastern Conference while putting up his usual monster stats on both ends. After winning a championship last season, voters are definitely going to feel that he deserves the award because his stats can lead to postseason success. Voter fatigue, I don't think is going to be an issue because if you look at LeBron, he won the MVP in 2009 and 2010. He didn't win 2011, just like Giannis didn't win last year, but then he won in 2012 and 2013, so it's definitely possible to win 4 in 5 years. I think Giannis is going to do it. Then for Defensive Player of the Year. So at third place, I have Draymond Green. I'm expecting Draymond to step it up big time this season and do what he does best, be an elite defender and facilitator for Golden State. With Klay Thompson returning sometime in the first half of the season, Golden State is going to be looking to make a title run this season, and they very well could do so if Klay is close to what he was once before. What's going to keep Draymond from winning this award is the fact that the first and second place winners will have not only monster statistics, but have great defensive teams. Golden State just doesn't have the personnel to do that anymore. They used to be a great defensive team, but now it's really just Draymond. In second place, we have the reigning Defensive Player of the Year and 3 times Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert. He's going to do what he usually does and be the best defensive center in the league. But what's going to cost Rudy the award is voter fatigue and the fact that his teams have consistently disappointed in the playoffs, so voters just won't be excited to vote for him. Regardless, Gobert is going to get first place votes, he just won't win the award. And in first place, I think Giannis is grabbing his second Defensive Player of the Year award. He's going to be the MVP, and he's going to bring this award home, and I'm expecting a massive year from Giannis, and I think him leading the Bucks to the top seed in the East, on top of his ridiculous numbers, will be enough to get him the award, especially when there is voter fatigue with Rudy Gobert. Next, we have Rookie of the Year, and at third place, I have Cade Cunningham. Was fading for Cade worth it? I would say yes. I predict Cade won't have massive numbers though. I just think the Pistons lack the talent to make Cade look as good as he can be. But the Pistons do have a solid young core to build around with Cade, Saddiq Bey, and Jeremy Grant. At number 2, I've got Jalen Suggs. Jalen Suggs can score, play make, and play good defense. Orlando is going to be really bad this year though, and similar to Cade Cunningham, I think Suggs has a lack of surrounding talent, and I think it's going to be taking a big toll on his numbers. Long term, Suggs could very well end up being the best player in this draft class. And at first place, I have Jalen Green. Jalen Green has superstar potential, and he has some really good young teammates in Kevin Porter Jr. and Christian Wood. He can put up a ton of points, and I think he'll lead all rookies in points per game. Houston is going to let him grow through his mistakes too, being a tanking team, so he'll be on the floor without much holding him back. Next, we have the Sixth Man of the Year award, and at number 3, I have Tyler Hero. Hero was inconsistent at times last season, but if he can finally put together his typical strong numbers consistently, I think Hero is going to get some recognition and votes for Sixth Man of the Year. I don't think he'll do enough to win the award, but he's a great young player, and down the road, he'll be much more than just a sixth man. At number 2, I've got Jordan Clarkson. I expect Jordan Clarkson to put up similar numbers to last year's Sixth Man of the Year campaign, and I think he'll take a lot of first place votes. Clarkson and teammate Joe Ingles were great for Utah off the bench last season, but I think voter fatigue and a much better story will lead to him finishing second this season. And I say story because first place is Derrick Rose. D Rose is in a perfect position to thrive this season for New York. The Knicks already have arguably the best second unit in the league with Rose, Emmanuel Quickley, Alec Burks, Obi Toppin, and Nerlens Noel. But how much playing time will D Rose get exactly? I would expect him to be playing around 24 to 26 minutes a night because he's backing up Kemba Walker, who the Knicks need to be careful with overworking. Rose finished third in voting last season after coming to New York halfway through the season, but having a full season now to form chemistry with the second unit and the second unit's young players improving, I think will lead D Rose to make history and win Sixth Man of the Year. NBA award voters love a story. That's why some people might argue that certain players deserve awards due to stats, but a story sometimes means more. And with everything that D Rose went through, winning this award would simply be an incredible story. For Most Improved Player of the Year, at third, I have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Shai is going to put numbers up, but I don't think anybody is really questioning that. In terms of numbers alone, you'll probably make a case that he could be an all-star. But OKC is a bad team. There's no pretty way to put it. They're more focused on ping pong balls rather than making the play-in tournament. If OKC has team success, I think Shai wins this award, but I don't think they are, and he'll come in third because of that. At number 2, I have Jaren Jackson Jr. Some of you might have seen my regular season standings video, and if you did, I know that I'm expecting big things out of the Memphis Grizzlies this season, and Jaren Jackson Jr. needs to be one of the main reasons behind that. Ja Morant needs to elevate his play to all-star level, but Jackson needs to get to the point where he's in that tier that Ja was last season. And I think he'll do just that and finish second in voting for the Most Improved Player award. And number 1, I have Michael Porter Jr. MPJ simply needs to win this award to gain the respect of many NBA fans. A lot of people think his massive contract extension was not really earned, and he needs to step up not only offensively but defensively. MPJ is a very, very below average defender, but if he can at least be a not bad defender while upping his offensive numbers, I think he can make the All-Star team and win this award. Then for the Coach of the Year award, at third, I have Quinn Snyder. Utah is going to be a great regular season team once again, and Quinn Snyder is going to get recognition for that. Though Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert are solid all-stars, they're not superstars, so Coach Snyder is going to get a ton of credit for their solid regular season performance. At number 2, I have Tom Thibodeau. Last season's winner will continue to push the Knicks past their potential as one of the top defensive teams in the league. Tibbs is the biggest reason behind New York's resurgence, as his focus on defense led below average defensive players like Julius Randle to turn into very good defenders. If you look at the advanced statistics, Julius Randle was one of the best isolation defenders in the league last season, and that's because of Tom Thibodeau. The Knicks defend as a team and play every game with effort, and that's all thanks to Tibbs, and that's why he will win second this year. And at first place, I have Nate McMillan of the Atlanta Hawks. Nate McMillan went 27-11 when he took over as coach of the Hawks last season, and then he proceeded to lead them to the Eastern Conference Finals, where if they were at full strength, they very well could have taken the Bucks to Game 7, and if Game 7 happens, anything can happen. They were seen as a equal to the Knicks prior to their playoff matchup, but they completely outclassed them. Then they proceeded to shock the NBA world and take down the top-seeded 76ers in 7 games. I'm expecting the Hawks to finish third in the East this season, and Nate McMillan will take home Coach of the Year honors. And that's it for my predictions for the NBA awards this season. We'll see if I'm right at the end of the season, but I want to know what you guys think. What are your picks? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments. Make sure you guys like this video again and subscribe and turn on post notifications if you're new. Thank you so much for watching, and most importantly, have a great day.